Yo, what is up guys? Welcome back to another video, and today we are back. Today we will be playing Block Tycoon, and basically in this game you make farms to make money, which then makes you get more farms, which then means you can rebirth, also known as getting a new life, and then becoming rich. Now what I'm doing, I'm just completing the tutorial right now, but basically I'll be showing you how to get the best cobblestone farm in the game, and yeah. So first of all, what you want to do is complete the tutorial. If you're getting into like a new life and you're already in life 2, then you will eventually make more money. Not that much, but just a slight bit more money than I am, because I'm just starting off on my account. I'm just starting off new in order to show you that it's pretty easy to make, and it does make a lot of money. Obviously, this isn't the only farm that you'll get, but it is one of the 2 farms that you'll get, literally. Because I do not recommend getting a tree farm. I don't recommend getting a tree farm because the fences sell for $40 each. And you get 2 fences for every slab, which isn't that bad because you get 2 slabs for every stair, which then that means that for every actual block of wood, for every wooden plank, you get 80, and then for every wooden log, it makes 4 planks, which means you get 320. Which, now that I think about it, isn't that bad, but I still think it's not really that worth it. Because by the time you make this farm, you'll already have enough to make a wheat farm. Like, you'll already have enough money to make a wheat farm, not a wood farm, which wheat makes a lot more money. For every 1 wheat, you make 1,000, literally. So I think you can tell which one's better. The one that makes 320 per log, or 1,000 per wheat without using a composter. So, yeah. Now, it will, like, I'll show you how it works, but because it takes a long time and I do want the video to get shorter, because it's already a really long, like, it's gonna be a really long video, I can tell. And just by the fact that I just like making longer videos, because 10-minute videos aren't really that long, so that, even though that's what the recommended length for a YouTube video is, I don't really want to make it that. I don't want to really make it like that, you know what I'm saying? So I'll speed up the process, but right now I'm just showing you how to make this. So you need the observer to be facing like that, the green side, and so basically you can just click that cobblestone and you can get it right. And because they're facing each other, then each block is changing separately, which, as you can see, when one observer changes, then the other one detects the change, and it changes the other one, which it repeats that. You can also place a cobblestone block like I just showed you, and then put it on fast placement and just do that. Or you can always rotate it, but yeah. So, right now you just want to buy, you want to stop it first. So you wanted to buy 2 whatchamacallit, like 2 diagonal conveyors. Then destroy the first furnace, because you have 2 furnaces. Place them like that sideways, and make sure the diagonal conveyors are facing that way. They're facing inwards like that, as you can see. Then you just want to put that there, put the cash block right there, with the other block leading right next to it. Now, from here on out, it's just kind of upgrading. So because I don't want the video to be too long, I will fast forward until I can show you what to do. Now what you want to do is you want to do this, okay? You want to make it vertical, because I did kind of make it wrong. It shouldn't have been horizontal, it should have been vertical. But the same rules apply, alright? But now that, I mean, you can pause the video right now and you can like do this, do the lava bucket and stuff. But basically you're just kind of copying and pasting everything on the other side. You're gonna buy a block breaker, which is in the text section. And once you buy it, you don't really need to place that just yet. But I'm gonna do it now because it's gonna be quicker, and basically I'm just saving up to get 150 cash or dollars, because I want to make it go into the cash block by itself, not me having to move it. So once I do that, basically you can just extend it outwards. So yeah, you can just upgrade it and extend it. You can see that over the time lapse I've already placed the other 2 furnaces. You can just upgrade it. You don't put more furnaces though. Before you do that, do not put more furnaces. You have to look at the crafting recipes. When you click on an item, it will show you crafting recipes. You may not know that, you may know that, depends on what life you are really. But it will show you more recipes, and yeah, you can just do that. So now, currently what I'm doing now is I'm really looking at what prices they are. But yeah, soon I will need building materials, because I like building around my farms, so that like in case items do happen to go out of the farm, don't know how they would, but they just don't really, you know. And yeah, I'm just kind of looking at the crafting recipes. Meanwhile, I'm waiting for my money to go up. So now you do want to buy the stone makers. But from now on, I don't know why they're really that stacked, but when they shouldn't be really. But at least stacking them doesn't create item limit. As you can see, there is the item limit on the side, forgot to mention that. It will start deleting blocks after that, but it will start deleting blocks, and so you won't be making that much money. But thank God it doesn't stack. Like, look, 2 of these, right, is gonna make the same as this one, because they are stacked, the same item limit. But this is gonna make more. And look, this is going to make a lot of item limit, or, well, not that much, but on the side, sorry, on the side you can see that my item limit goes down, goes up. You can see that it's pretty small, but then it gets more and more because I'm putting down more items. So you want them to either stack or you want them to just sell and disappear. Alright? But yeah, see, this is gonna make the item limit for only 1 right now. But yeah, if it does start stacking and you can't really get in, then you can at any point in time, just sell them. Now what you want to do is you want to break the cash block and put it in the middle so that they don't have to go as much. They don't have to go as far, you know? Because that will increase item limit. If they have to go further, then that means that more blocks can get onto the conveyor belt, which will increase the item limit. But now it's really literally just upgrading until you get to the end. So I will show you what I'm going to do now, which what I'm doing now is I'm going to make a glass farm. And it's not in order to sell glass, but it's in order to, it's in order to get glass as a building material, okay? So you can build that, so build that shape, and then you can put the water and the lava there. Then what you want to do is you want to do that, put those down like that, which is going to start making cobblestone. But then what you want to do is you want to get a block grinder, or you want to get the conveyors first. And then you want to get 2 block grinders and 2 furnaces. And basically you're going to do exactly what I did in there. Only you're going to look at the recipes and do it so that you get glass. Okay? So, actually I didn't realize block grinders were actually that expensive. But apparently they are. They are worth 500 each, which I should have expected, let's be honest. But, yeah, I'm just going to get the block grinders. And now you just put them there. I did place that wrong, that's my bad. But you can just sell the sand if you need to. That is going to get you a little bit of extra money. And now you just kind of get sand. Or, no, get glass. You can use the glass to build. That's what I use it for. It's kind of obvious. But it doesn't sell for that much. But you can still use it to build. Okay? So this, right now I don't have anything to collect my sand, but a chest, I will eventually get enough money to make a chest. Okay? If you want, you can break these things to put the glass, to make the glass, or to replace it with the glass. But yeah, for my other farm I'm not going to do that because I just don't really want to. It's too big and I can't really be bothered to replace it. But for this farm, because it's not that big, it's not really that hard to do that. So you will realize if you are on computer, or laptop or whatever, PC, laptop, you'll realize that the hitbox for the block breaker is, in fact, it's 2 by 1 by 1. It's 2 blocks tall when the miner is up, and it's 1 block tall when the miner is down. Pretty sure it's 2 blocks long when the miner is down though as well, so I'm not sure. But even if it is, it's still gonna keep on breaking the block next to it, because yeah. Now it's really just about getting the money for it. So I'm gonna make a time lapse about that, and I'll see you guys after the time lapse. So now I have finished doing the first layer. As you may be able to tell here, I have replaced the brick makers with compactors. So it goes 2 furnaces, then compactor, then brick maker. Then it goes stair maker, then slab maker. Okay? That's the order in which you want to put it in. But as you can tell, I'm making quite a bit of money, just over 100 a second. Still not that much compared to some other people, but it is quite a bit of money for a beginner. So what you want to do now is you want to make more money, obviously. So you are going to build another layer. So currently what I'm doing here is, as you can tell, what I have built, like the observers, I stacked them so it's 2 blocks tall. Now what that means I can do is I can make another layer. Okay, so because you're making so much money, you should really be able to afford a second layer. If you can't, then you should still make a second layer, because you need to in order to make a lot of money. If you are not making that much money, if you're not making as much money as I am, then you've probably done something wrong. But yeah, it's really not that difficult. You can literally copy what I've done this entire video. Other than the fact where I had to kind of grind for money in order to upgrade that, then other than that, you should be fine. But it's really not that difficult to make a second layer. I could already afford the furnaces and the compactors and the stone makers, and I can also afford the stair makers, because they should be 8,000, or I can almost afford the stair makers. There we go. Right, now that I've gotten the stair makers, I can't afford the slab makers, so I'm gonna buy 4 conveyors. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the conveyors there, and so that means that I don't necessarily need the slab makers. I'm just gonna make stairs for now, but that should get me enough money to get slab makers. So yeah, now I'm making money a bit quicker. I'm making around 200-ish a second, and so 200 to 250 a second, which is quite a lot of money. I feel like I feel like someone else makes that, like a billionaire makes that. So I mean, fair enough, but yeah, I could become a billionaire technically, because Jeff Bezos, I believe, is a multi-billionaire. and he makes 1,000 a second. So I mean, he has 100 billion, and he makes 1,000 a second. So 100 divided by 4, because I make 250 a second ish. Let's say divided by 5, because I make 200 a second. That would still put me at 20 billion if I was around for the same time as he was. But I'm still collecting that. I'm still doing this, clearly. Although we may need a third layer as well, because I'm clearly not making that much money. Now, as you can see, I'm buying the chest, which I can use, which if you read the thing, it automatically transfers stuff that goes into the chest. It automatically transfers it to my inventory. People have tried using it like an actual chest to store stuff in it, but that's not how it works. So now, at some point you can buy like 2 of these in order for it to not cause item limit. You know, the only thing really causing item limit in here is the conveyor. The conveyor's at the end and the conveyor at the beginning, which isn't even making that much item limit, the one at the beginning. It's making an extra 3. It's making an extra 3, one in the glass and 2 in the other ones. Well, actually 4 in the other ones, because of the second layer. So that means it's only a 5 block item limit in total, like at the beginning. But then in the drop at the end, it's a lot more, okay? It's a lot more than 5. And even in the glass factory, like, it's still quite a lot of it's still like an extra bit of item limit. It's not quite a lot, but it's still a bit of item limit because of the fact that you have that extra conveyor. So, tip, if you don't want that much item limit, you can, like, if any conveyor leads to like a cell block or a chest, then you can just put the chest right there, and then it goes into your inventory, so you can sell it like right then and there, like right when you want to. Okay, you're gonna make the money faster because it goes right into your inventory then and there, which you can sell at any point in time, and it's less item limit because of the fact that it goes straight into your inventory and it doesn't stay out, doesn't stay in, like, doesn't stay outside to cause item limit, you know? So, right now I'm just making a second layer because why not? I'm making a second layer of glass because I do kind of need it. Like, I don't really, but we can never go wrong with an extra layer of glass. And also don't forget, you see that there's these two water blocks. You can't have one of them to be water and one of them to be lava on top of each other. Pretty sure one of them will turn to cobblestone. I haven't tried it exactly, but one of them will turn to cobblestone, I think. So don't try it. It's not worth it. It's kind of like, why? I don't know why you would do that, honestly. But yeah. So I don't think I'm making enough money for this, honestly. So I'm gonna add a third layer. I'll show you what you can do instead of doing what I am about to do. As you can see, I did mess up. I put sand on a lava bucket or on the lava source. So, I mean, you can always replace that, but if you are poor enough, and if you are too poor and you don't have lava, you can't afford lava, then you either have to restart your life, which shouldn't be that bad if you're that poor, then yeah, or you can literally just buy a new one if you're old, if you're rich enough. It does cost 500, so I wouldn't blame anyone for not being able to afford it, especially if they're in the earlier lives. But in the later lives, you should either be able to afford it or not put a block in lava. So you can do this, like I'm showing you, but it's not really worth it considering that I'm just kind of wasting an extra observer. So you can break the observer on top. Then what you can do is you can make it face downwards by, you can press the arrow, just find out in any way that it's facing upwards. It doesn't really matter how you do it. You can figure that out. And you can see that it's making that. Like, if it's facing downwards, then it's seeing that the block, like the observer, is changing from being like lit to not lit, so that will also become lit. But I don't think I'm gonna do this. I think you can also add the fourth one. No, hold on. I don't think I'm gonna do the first option that I did, which was the same as in the bottom layer. I think I'm gonna do the second option with only 3 layers and no extra observers. But you can also kind of stack this for a ton of observers. Like, you literally only need 2 observers facing each other, and then all the other ones can just be on top. Doesn't really matter. But yeah. Also, it might also be able to cause a bunch of lag, but it doesn't really matter. It is what it is. You're probably not going to use enough observers to cause a bunch of lag. Let's be honest. You might cause like an extra frame or 2 or 3. Like, maybe 5 or 10 frames. Maybe 10 frames lost. But I don't think you'll ever use that many observers in order to completely lag out the server. Then again, it does depend if you're making a lag farm or not. But I'd hope you're not. I would hope that you're not making a lag farm. If you are, then I'm really disappointed, and you should stop, and you should stop using your lag farm. Because it does annoy people in game, and it's just not very nice in general. But yeah, just don't make lag, at least on purpose. Don't make lag on purpose, guys. It's not very nice. Yeah, I've added my 3rd layer, and now I'm really just done. I'm just done. I'm done with a cobblestone farm. So I think I will end this video here. If you guys did enjoy, then, and want to see more, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. It will leave you notified if any of my videos come out. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.